Hi, my name is Broderick Renfro, and I am the owner of Mrs. Renfro's Cakes. Well, I was born right here in Houston, Texas, actually in this neighborhood of Homestead area. My mom worked a lot when I was a kid, whether she was working at Park and Recreations or she joined the police department. So I found myself around my great-grandmother, my grandmother, and my grandfather a lot. As I was younger, I just gravitated to my grandmother. My grandmother was the one that you could always go to talk about anything. There was nothing too taboo, too secretive, or too bad that you couldn't go to her and talk to her about. She taught me everything that I know about really life, about music, about baking, of course. And she just became my best friend. But little did I realize that her whole life and the time that I did get to spend with her was preparing me for the rest of my life. Even to this day, when I go through different things, I hear her voice or something that she taught me comes up that makes me remember. Even at the time, I didn't know why she was telling me things. I didn't know why she was sharing certain things with me. And 31 years later, I understand it now. And as I grew older, she would teach me so many things that I didn't realize that I would need later on in my years. Growing up, I watched her as she owned her own bakery, and I watched her bake cakes, and I went to about a wedding every couple of months or every month, and I just developed a passion, a curiosity for actually baking cakes. And so she would show me different things slowly, whether it be just cutting and serving cake is really how I started, or just helping her to mix cakes, and eventually I asked her how to do it, so she ended up just teaching me her recipe, which is just something that she developed on her own and she just passed down through the family, and I was really the only one that it stuck with. What my personal experiences prepared me for this business. When I was growing up, I was my grandmother's partner, if you will, in her bakery. And slowly and surely, she began to teach me different aspects of baking and decorating. And when she did pass, I took over her bakery. I took over her clientele. I did wedding cakes and anniversary cakes, birthday cakes for her clients throughout the years. And by me being with her so much, I already had the relationship with them, and when it was time for me to take over, it was just a natural thing. I just continued with her. Being successful in this business venture for me and my family means so much more than just generational wealth for me. My grandmother is really my heart, and each time that I bake a cake, each time that I do a wedding, it's like she breathes a fresh breath. And there's one thing that she would always pray over each cake that she baked, and she would say, God, let these cakes be pleasing to the eye and delectable to the palate. And I use that as my motto for the business. It means to me that more than anything, she would also say that she wanted to leave a legacy. I didn't necessarily understand what she meant at the time, but as I get older, I'm beginning to realize that every gift that she instilled and developed in me, every talent that she gave me, is part of her legacy. So she continues to live on through me and through everything else that I do. That's what means the most to me.